lot less, more alkalizing to your body. So we'll talk a little bit about something that's more how to structure a healthy diet for you. I'll just tell you quickly how I used to be raised. When I was away from home, I was a surfer, and I would just buy whatever was cheapest and eat it. So at that time, I used to like to eat a whole package of those white flour, white sugar, sticky buns that you can get at the local convenience store. And then I'd wash them down with a quart of chocolate milk. And then for lunch, I'd have a Snickers bar and a soda pop. And for dinner, I'd go to the local hamburger stand, get a hamburger and some French fries and a milkshake. And then at one point in my life, I read a book on healthy eating and diet nutrition. And they talked about how when you take a grain of wheat in the meadows that we were talking about earlier, and you strip the husk off it, and then you bleach it and powder it up, you end up with a white powder substance that when it gets wet, it creates like a glue in your body. That's white flour. And then we talked about white sugar, how the white sugar drains your B vitamins, it raises your adrenals, can offset your blood sugar. So when you're eating sticky buns made with white flour, white sugar, highly processed cheap oils, it's not very healthy for you. So that's what I was used to eating. I couldn't imagine doing without it. And then chocolate milk. I had to have my chocolate milk. So I went to this local specialty store, a health food store, and I said, well, I usually eat these sticky buns for breakfast. What can I possibly replace that with? And they said, well, we have these whole wheat, agave sweetened sticky buns, and they taste great. I tried one, and they were right. It tasted good. And I said, but I need to have my chocolate milk to wash it down with. And they said, well, we have carob rice milk, and we have carob soy milk, and all these alternatives. So that worked for my breakfast. And then when lunch came around, I went back and said, well, what am I going to do for my Snickers bar? And they said, we have granola bars. Instead of a soda pop, we have these healthy drinks. And then for dinner, instead of a hamburger, I had a veggie burger on a whole wheat bun. Instead of French fries, I had a baked potato. Instead of a milkshake, I had a smoothie. So it was an enhanced version of the diet I'd already been eating, so I didn't feel like someone pulled the carpet out from under me and I had nothing, and I didn't go through heavy withdrawals. It cost me a little bit more, but I figured my health was worth it and I'd have to go to the doctor later on. And just to give the reason why we wouldn't want to eat a lot of French fries is that when you deep fry anything, it creates an environment to cause plaque on the inside of your arteries and in your intestinal tract, which down the line can lead to sickness and disease and even hardening the arteries and heart attacks and strokes. And white flour, white sugar, and white processed rice is called the staff of death. Those three things have no nutrition in them at all. They're just kind of like space fillers that create an environment for sickness and disease. So if you're using products with flour in them, try to get whole wheat flour. If you're using sugar instead of white processed sugar, you can use something called sucanat or raw sugar. And instead of using white rice, you can use brown rice. And then you've still got the enjoyment of eating the food you love.